Hi, my name's Kim. This is my first video. Well, the first video that I think I'll be releasing, hopefully. Because I'm a little crazy. I record videos often, and I just leave them there. I don't edit them. I just vlog my life a lot, and I just pretend I have an audience. But this is my first niche video. I hope, or maybe it's just gonna be another 30-minute long video of me yapping. But I hope. And in this video, this is kind of really special for me. I want to talk about how I've slowly gotten happier and became a more confident person in myself, person, and how I've improved in many ways, physically, mentally, whatever else there is. I guess socially, I've also improved a lot for the last couple of years. So I want to speak about how that's been and give you guys some tips on how to be a better, happier person overall. So I hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is my first video that I will be editing, so bear with me because I don't know how to do any of this. So let's get started. How it all started. So I want to give you guys a little context of how my life was before all the uprise, before all the good things happened. I want to flip you over so I can make a better video. So basically, the beginning of all of this was maybe a little before the pandemic happened. In 2019, my grandmother passed away, and my grandmother was a motherly figure to me. I loved her more than anything. I genuinely thought of her as my mother because of how close we were, how much time I spent there. She passed away in 2019, and I just became a very depressed kid. That was when I was still in elementary school. I became very depressed, and then when middle school happened, I was maybe halfway through my 6th grade year when the pandemic hit and I was sent home. And as a very social kid, that wasn't the best for me because I love talking to people. Also, I love yapping. As you can probably tell. But basically, this time of my life was probably one of the worst times in my life. Probably the worst so far. Because of quarantine and the past little depression that I had, I became stressed, anxious. I just didn't want to do anything anymore. And my whole life, I've been an amazing student. I've always had amazing grades. I've always to my parents, they said that I used to be perfect, that I was perfect. I had really great grades, and my teachers would always all my teachers loved me. I would do so many things in school. But then as soon as quarantine hit, I did not do anything anymore. So for my school, they said that our grades would not go down anymore. So I need to fix my posture. Their grades would not lower; they would only go up, if anything. So I decided I'm just not gonna do anything. I stopped attending the Zoom classes. I stopped doing the work. Basically that was it for me, for my academic part. Socially, because of strict parents and just the way I behaved, I was not allowed to see my friends much, which was a-okay. Well, it wasn't a-okay, but it's fair when my parents decided that. I just, as a kid, I've never not had friends, so for me that was a very rough patch, not being able to communicate with anyone, just losing all interest in school, not knowing what will be my future or anything, because I've always been I always try to plan my future ahead of me. I just wanted my future to be great. I wanted to graduate middle school with honors, graduate high school with honors, get into the best college. And obviously, I mean, most people want that, but I just I worked so hard to attain that. And then when quarantine hit, it all went down. So when quarantine finally it eased up a bit and kids were allowed to start going back to school, which was for me the second half of 7th grade, and I really wanted to go back to school, but my parents said no, which was understandable because obviously it was a dangerous situation. and all that. So I didn't, well, at the time I was very mad, but now I like understand that they were just worried. And so I just stayed like online. I would text my friends on like a little Google thing, Google Meets, which is basically just like a Zoom call, but we would only text on there. We would only text on the chat box. So that's just what I did with all my friends for like about a year and a half. And this may not have been the best idea, but I had a little boyfriend at that time. And basically what was going on is that my parents didn't allow me to date. They found out, they got upset obviously. And then in 8th grade, I was supposed to start school in person, like everybody was starting school in person. But me. It's great because me, the person who loves to socialize, doesn't get to go to school. Yeah, that's happened to me. And I was very upset. I actually felt sick having to be in a room alone. Like, I did not want to keep doing that. I was so depressed. I was having so much anxiety. I felt so stressed, and I felt like I had too much time on my hands, and it just made me feel terrible because I did absolutely nothing. So during the time, my mind was somewhere else. I was doing terrible in school, as always. Not as always, as I had been in the past year and a half, I guess. So in January 28th of 2022, my little boyfriend cheated on me. Even though like we weren't physically dating, but like I genuinely loved with my heart. Like, I'm a lover. I loved him. This sounds terrible. Hopefully my current boyfriend isn't watching this. But like I genuinely, well, my 8th grade me thought I was enough, and those feelings just like can't be invalidated because I genuinely loved with my heart. And maybe he didn't. It's middle school. Nobody cares. Well, he cheated on me, and I was devastated. At that time, I also got into a fight with my parents, so I was just in the worst state possible, and I didn't know what to do. I was the lowest. I was unhappy with my body because I was going to puberty. My body was changing, and I've never been like a skinny kid. I've always been chubby ever since so I was just like so unhappy with my body, how it looked, how the way it had been developing. Like I just felt like nothing was going right, and I just had problems physically, mentally, socially. Like I had nothing going for me. So now we will be heading into my favorite part. So I'll be explaining to you guys how I just became happier, I guess. So I guess I didn't mention it, but my parents decided to move to Texas when all of the terrible stuff was happening. So we moved to Texas, and at first it was kind of devastating for me. I finally went back to school for like the last month of school, 8th grade. And my best friend, that had been my best friend for the past like 5 years, like 3 years, 4 years. Sorry. So I was about to leave him, and me and him had gotten so much closer like the last month of school because we were able to finally see each other, and we had been best friends for like the longest time. So it was just really upsetting that I had to leave him. But we came to a new state, and it was one of the best things that has happened to me, simply because it created a new path for me, a new start, and new opportunities for me. So in middle school, I was only in middle school for like 1 week here in this state. I had to go for 1 week for no reason, so I just went to school for that week. And again, 8th grade me was stupid. So in that week, I liked another guy. I liked a new guy. Well, and this was already like maybe like 5 months after my little boyfriend had cheated on me. So but that really fucked me up. Like I was messed up to another level when he cheated on me. Like I was going crazy. Anyways, so in that last week of middle school, I found someone that I liked, and I was like, you know what, like fine, we can date. I didn't even have a phone. Like how was I supposed to talk to him? I didn't have a phone. Anyways, so we like started dating on the last day of school. This still is not the getting better part, but the whole summer passed by, and I had done absolutely nothing for myself. I literally I scrolled on Pinterest on my tablet, watched One Piece all summer, and that was it. Like that was basically it for my life that summer. Then as soon as freshman year started in high school, the first day I found my little boyfriend, and we actually ended up dating for about a year and 2 months. I'll tell you about that. So basically, my parents still didn't want me dating. So that whole year was catastrophe because I was still dating him. My parents kept finding out about me like hanging out with him, and so for school I was doing much better. I had amazing grades the whole year, I had advanced classes. I was getting better. Physically, I had not been doing anything for myself. But that year, I did start talking to people more, just like a little more. I became friends with so many people. Actually, not really. I made three good friends, three really good friends. Two of them are still my best friends to this day. Anyways, and then back to what I was saying. So I was able to start talking to people more, and that made me so happy because for like the almost, I want to say almost like 2 or 3 years, 2.5, I don't even know, like 2 years that I was just like trapped in my house. I made up for those 2 years, but those 2 years really messed me up because I got so anxious to talk to people. I talk with my hands a lot. You can probably tell by now. Anyways, so I was terrible, but I slowly got better, and I made those two friends that helped me out so much. And so my boyfriend at the time and I were we were doing pretty good. He cheated on me twice. It's okay. But the thing was that he taught me a lot. I will say though, it's a relationship like regret so badly. Like, I regret that so much. Like if I could do one thing in my life, because I try to have regrets, but if I could do one thing in my life, you know, if you watch this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, so basically, my parents just kept getting mad at me over him, and I should have taken that as we're done. Bye, boy, bye. But I didn't. So a lot of things happen with a specific person, if you know what I mean. And honestly, like, it was fun. Make sure everyone and everything was and everything was and or not conscious because of the and how to do was terms of and if not the and how to put that was pure not pure pure pressure. Two things that I think was not but you just think that was so specific that I go so also yeah that's what you missed and so other things that happened like I was like it's already happened. I'm talking a lot about this. I do not need to talk about this that much. But anyways, moving on because I do not want to keep talking about this. Moving on. So by around May of like 2023, my parents decided like you can start dating, and I went on my anniversary date with that person, and life was just getting better. It was the summer. I hung out with my significant other a lot. I hung out with friends. I found a lot of things that I enjoyed, like makeup. I did my makeup so much that summer. It was amazing. And I was just going to the pool a lot. I was swimming. I actually like that summer was the most amazing summer I've had in my whole life. And I'm currently in summer, and this summer was the worst I've had. But anyways, yeah, that was a great summer. I was already starting to feel better about myself because I found new things that I liked. Like I started doing my makeup, I started doing my hair, I started finding a style that really made me happy. And I'm kind of scared that my mom's about to walk in or something. I just need to make sure that she's not gonna walk. You're back. I'm back. I just think that's super awkward. I was like, "Are you good?" And she's like, "Yeah, why?" I'm like, "Just don't come check on me for a little bit." And she's like, "Why?" And I was like, "I'm doing something." And I was like, "Just don't walk. I don't want you to walk up. I don't want you to walk in on me." And she was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "It's nothing weird. It's just like embarrassing for you to walk in on me." And I figured out a style that made me just feel so amazing being who I am. So that was just like a great time for me personally. It was definitely my favorite summer because my parents were just like, they were being so great and amazing. Like if I wanted to, I could just hang out with my friends. And also during that time, my dog had puppies, and that was like one of the best things I've had to experience so far. Like seeing my dog have puppies, and then raising the puppies, and then selling them was the worst part. But that was a great experience. And so I got to do a lot that summer, and thanks to my parents, I was able to just like feel happy finally, and thanks to my ex as well. So I thank him sometimes. Yeah, I was just a very happy person at that time. Until July 6th, he broke up with me. And then burst of depression. Like that shit was the worst thing. Not the worst thing. I've actually like my breakup before that was way worse. So and it was in 8th grade. Like, dog, you need to get better. You need to get better. No, I mean I got better because I was like I was thugging that shit out. He said I don't think we're working. I was like, you're good man. And I was like, fuck you. You are not going to break my tiny little heart. He did. 2 times because I actually like I got him and we ended up for 2 weeks. He did I did. Basically 2 weeks. And he was up. He's like, actually I don't need to anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever. About 2 weeks later, well, because I had already like we broke up for a month before we got back together, and I had already like had to do something for someone, and I was like, because I had not made any moves yet, but I was like, I'm feeling something for this certain person. I was like, this isn't really making me happy, and again I was pressured. Trust me. I may be dumb, but I knew like this isn't good. Like I shouldn't just be like after he broke my heart and then just decided to get back right away. So I kind of ignored that fact because I was just being pressured, and I like, even though I knew I wasn't happy, I didn't want him to leave me again because that would have just been terrible. He did leave me again, and it wasn't necessarily what I thought because I had already like looking out for you. For I love him. He's amazing. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I was already like on the lookout for a specific person, and like about 2 weeks later, no, actually like the same day that he broke up with me, he came, my new love interest came up to me and he was like, "Are you okay? Do you need a hug?" And we hugged. That was the story of like me starting to uprise. So now I will be talking about how to get better, which is gonna be my favorite part actually. I said that last time, but this is actually my favorite part. So to get better physically, what I did was I joined ROTC in my high school, and so I just saw that a lot of people, like, they were doing great, like they tried hard, their lives were going well, and I was like, I want to do that too. I want to have something to do. I want to actually like feel like I'm doing something. So I joined the elite athletic team for JROTC. It was called Raiders. It was a lot of team effort and so much physical effort. So I wanted to give up so many times. Like, I really was like, I'm quitting, I'm done. Because I just felt like the physical was too hard for me. But I challenged myself and I stayed through it for a few months. I eventually quit because I was tired of the people there. Not because of the difficulty at that point, it was just because of the people there, and I was like, fuck this. But basically, it like kind of taught me to stay through something, even if it's hard. I stayed through. I worked very hard on my physical. I went from running a mile in 13 minutes to running a mile in 8.27 minutes. So actually, I'm like incredibly cool. And I went from doing no push-ups to doing almost 40 in a minute. It was 36 in a minute. And then I went from doing no pull-ups to doing one, which is not that great, but pull-ups are hard, okay. I went from sit-ups, I didn't really improve much, but we don't have to worry about that. A big part of it too was that I made so many friends on the team, and I just felt like they were pushing me to keep going, to keep getting better. So that's my first tip. Go ahead and try out a sport or try out a club. Something like a little bit of competition is good for you, especially if you have people around you to support you. If it's a team, make sure to like work with your team. Because for me, that was one of the best things. I was able to learn so much teamwork. I actually became the captain of the girl team, the Raiders, and like it was just great. You have to learn to keep working, even if it's hard. And that's something that helped me out a lot, both mentally and physically. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, it helps you mentally and physically, especially with the athletic team. Like, it just helps you out so much. For me, being a team actually lowered my academic scores a lot. So at the end I had to, well, not at the end, it was like around the middle of the year I had to quit because I'm a very academic girl. If my grades go down, I cry. So I had to let go of it. It was hard at first because I was very happy with how I was improving as a person and physically. Like I could see growth in my muscles when I was working out. I could see physical changes and I accomplished a lot of things physically as well. So that was what initially got me into working out, which is the next thing I'll be telling you about, which is work on yourself. Like, working out can be so fun. You just have to let yourself get into it. A lot of people work out and like they may run a mile and they're like like they're dying. I am dying too after a mile, and I've been running for almost a year now. I still struggle with miles. Well, I don't struggle with miles, but I'm still like out of breath after a mile. Like, it's normal. Just learn to enjoy it. Like, you don't have to run a mile. Like, run a mile at a good pace, so that you'll be able to like slowly run faster and faster and faster. And it's fine if you're out of breath. Like, that's normal. You're running. What do you expect? Like, don't think like, oh, I'm out of breath. This is terrible. It's making me feel terrible. Like, don't let that be what your inner voice says. Just be like, oh my god, this was a good mile. Like, wow, my heart is really racing. And for people who want to lose weight, cardio is one of the best things to do. And I personally am not a fan. But there's a lot of things you can do for cardio. You can dance, you can jump rope, you can do stairmaster, you can walk, you can run, you can do Zumba. Swimming can also be cardio at a certain point. And just doing cardio is so amazing, and there's different ways to do cardio. Running is amazing. Like one of the best things that I've done. I went from running a 13-minute mile to running an 8.27-minute mile. Like that's almost 5 minutes, 5-minute difference. And it's really crazy because I've never ran before, and I never thought I was built to run. If that makes sense. I never imagined that I could run. And after training myself, after working hard, I'm able to run great now. I can run like 3 miles in about like 27 minutes. I think so, yeah. In 25 minutes. And it's great. And you guys should definitely work on yourself in that way, because working out can be one of the best things. I love working out. I go to the gym nearly every day. And I don't just do it to lose weight, because I know a lot of people's goals is to lose weight and to feel comfortable in their body. And that's perfect, that's amazing. I personally don't lose weight easily, and I don't love cardio because I just feel like it doesn't really build muscle, and that's mostly what I want. I literally I have a little bump, I swear. A little bump. And I go to the gym every day, I work out, and I try my best because I want to build a lot of muscle. And the gym is just something that inspires me a lot to be a better person physically. I've always just wanted to be super strong because I've done boxing, and I just wanted to be super strong. So the gym is something amazing for me, and you should definitely try it. Even if it's not the gym, you can do deep stretches, yoga, that can help you as well. That can help you get more used to working out, doing videos on YouTube, running, walking, going on a bike ride. That's one of the funnest things to do. I love bike riding, and that's just amazing. It's good for you, for your health, and you guys should definitely try it. Another benefit of working out is actually a mental benefit, which it just makes you feel better about yourself when you accomplish something at the gym. I ran a mile in 11 minutes today. That's better than yesterday. It just makes you feel like you've accomplished something. Well, because you have, and it's amazing, and you should be proud of yourself for that. And it's just it's a great way to motivate yourself to keep going. And that's how I see it personally. That's why I love the gym so much. Every time I bench 5 more pounds, I'm like, oh my god, it's literally so cool. Every time I do a heavier set of shoulder press, I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally a god. What the hell? When I run maybe 2 seconds faster, I'm like, I literally just did that. And it's just so fun. And that brings me to my next thing, which is how to better your mental health. And I have a lot of tips for that, because I've personally never been I've never been mentally healthy. And up till now, and I'm still not perfect, obviously, nobody is, but I've worked a lot to get to where I am, and now I'm happy. Obviously, I can still work to improve. Everybody can always improve, but in the place that I'm at now, I am able to be happy, and I have a pretty good mental health at the moment, so I'd like to speak a little more about that. One of the things that has helped me the most is just having good friends. But I must say, because I'm a very sensitive person, a lot of the times my friends have hurt me, and that makes me ground rocket. Not skyrocket, ground rocket. I recommend having a good friend, someone that will listen to you. You don't need that many good friends. You need one, at least. And it's someone that you truly trust with your feelings, with your thoughts, someone that you care about as well. They're not just here for you, you're here for them. You care about the person, they care about you. You mutually connect and talk to each other, and that's just the most amazing type of friendship to have. I personally have 2 of those. They're just amazing. They've helped me be happier. I've been able to talk to both of them about specific things that I'm worried about. So one of my friends, something that she did was worrying me, and I was able to talk to her, and we were able to work through it. We both had that same problem, and we worked through it together. And with my other friend, I've had a lot of problems, and I told him hey, this is going on. I don't know what to do. I'm really lost. I'm scared. That person helps me figure out what I'm supposed to, what I can do to help myself. That person is amazing. Friends are definitely very important. Another thing that I recommend is spending a lot more time with your family. Lately I've actually been spending so much time with my parents, with my little brother, because this summer has been so lonely because I'm grounded. So I literally have nobody to talk to, nothing to do, and so just being with my family is great. I love my family. I've been able to create a deeper bond with my brother, which is like, we figured out that we actually have really similar humor, and we just love joking around and messing around with each other. We love playing games and stuff. Like, we just figured out a lot of things that we like about each other, and it's great. And with my parents, like, we just like connected a lot more, because I've never been the type of person to like talk to my parents about like, oh, I like this person, or I have problems with my friend or something like that. So it's nice that I finally got to have some connection with them, and it really helps me feel more comfortable at home, feel happier. Like, I'm in a comforting space when I'm at home, because before I didn't feel happy neither at school or at home. So now having a place that I can be happy and feel comforted and feel like I'm not being judged constantly is it's heartwarming. So another thing is getting in touch with your family, like being more deeply connected to your family. It's great. And just like taking care of yourself. You have to put yourself first, because people will come and go, but you're gonna stay with yourself forever. So don't think like it doesn't matter what I do because I'm gonna die anyways. Like, that's the way that I used to think, at least. And it really was not great. Maybe I need to step back, think through, like, is it really worth it? Like, just eating a little bit healthier can boost your health so much. That as well, like eating healthier, learning new hobbies. Like, I've been playing the guitar, I've been drawing, journaling a lot more. I've been researching a lot about tarot cards. I skateboard, I bake, I cook. I've been dancing a lot. Dancing, like, I never thought that dancing would be that fun, but I play Just Dance, like, I do my dancing because I've recently been hyper fixated on cowboys and cowgirls and stuff like that. So it really just like, you need to find something to help you be happy. I've also been reading, and making videos. Like, even if I'm not gonna post my videos, it feels nice for me to be able to let everything out onto a camera. Like, feel like I'm entertaining, even if nobody's gonna watch. So I literally, like, I might watch my videos later and be like, I'm entertaining myself. This is great. So just finding something that helps you, that makes you happy. And a lot of people say like, oh, I don't have hobbies, I'm not good at anything. Trust me, I'm not good at many things either. But slowly, you get better with practice. One thing that doesn't need practice is reading. Everyone can read, and people are not very much into reading, so maybe watching TV, finding new things that interest you. For example, for me, I've literally been watching One Piece for like, what, 6 years now, and it's just one of my favorite things to do when I don't feel like reading, when I'm just like down, I don't feel good. I watch One Piece, and it cheers me up all the time. So just finding something that makes you happy, whether it's like hobbies, TV shows, something that makes you happy that you can just go back to whenever you're not feeling good. And also, make sure that it's healthy. Like, we don't want no drugs or self-harm, because that's not the way to go. Talking from experience, just try to do something good for yourself. It will really make you happy. You're gonna become such a happy person. Like, I'm not even like bluffing. Like, I've literally become so happy, and it's only been within like the past almost year that I've really like built a bridge for me. I've personally built a bridge myself for me. Nobody else is in my bridge. I made myself happy by finding out how to cope, how to just like feel in a healthy way. Obviously, like, I'm not just saying that I can make myself happy, which I can, but it's all with the help of the people around me, my friends, my boyfriend, my parents, my brother. Like, all those people help me be motivated to build a bridge. They may not help me build a bridge, but they motivate me to build it. And that's just like the best thing. And if one of those people is gone, like, let's say my boyfriend breaks up with me, I'll be okay because I have a bridge that I cannot fall off. Because whenever I did have him, that motivation made that so strong that even if he's gone, I'm still standing. It may hurt me, but that bridge is there for me. And that's a bridge. That bridge is myself. And I'm here for myself, and I love myself, and I'm happy with myself. And that's really like the way of life. That's really the life hack. So in conclusion, I just wanted to let you guys know that I really hope that you guys become happier people. I personally have been enjoying my time with my brother, with my family so much, and I just hope that you guys figure out a way to follow my tips, because I really did become a happier person. And I'll show some clips around here so you guys can see that I've just been following my tips a lot. Like I've spent so much time with my family, and just I've learned so much, and it's great. And I hope that you guys enjoy the video. If you did, please do me a favor and go ahead and like. And while you're at it, you can just subscribe. It's my first video, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you want more content like this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, so I can know that more people want my content, because I do record a lot. So let me know what type of videos you would want to see, if you would want to see more content. And thank you so much for your time if you made it this far. I know it's a long video because I talk a lot. It's just something that I'm extremely passionate about, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching this far.